Hey, good morning. It's Tuesday morning, and that means it's time for your weekly kick. Yesterday was the Monday of the May long weekend, so there was no weekly kick. But what happened yesterday is the basis for today's weekly kick. Often when I watch videos like this, and I listen to people talk about leadership and how they have led, we hear the beauty of it. We hear the good side, the things that they did right. And often we don't hear about their struggles, about the fact that they're actually human, just like the rest of us. Well, yesterday I blew it. There's no nice way to say it. So all weekend my son and I were working on our deck, our patio. And this is part of what we did on the weekend is put together a wall that blocks out the wind coming around the side of our house. And so he just turned 12 and he's a lot of fun. He's a great guy. He worked hard and we really enjoyed the weekend together. And then yesterday on the Monday I'd asked him to do some homework, just to get it done, and I gave him a time limit and kind of challenged him on it and made it so he could do it, but just barely. If he worked hard, he could do it. And so I got him doing that, and I gave him, I think it was 5 minutes. And I went outside and I had to check something. And I saw something that he had not done, that I'd asked him several times to do. And I got frustrated. And rightfully so. But when I came inside, he was excited to tell me, Dad, I got it done. That was great, but what did I focus on? Well, of course I focused on the homework getting done. Well, actually, no, I didn't. I focused on the things that he hadn't gotten done that I discovered outside the house in the yard. And I chewed him out for that. And, he needed to be corrected without a doubt. But what I saw happen is I deflated him. He was excited to tell me how he had gotten done what I had challenged him to do. And he had done it right. He wanted to share that with me, and instead, I kind of hammered him with some correction. And correction was needed, without a doubt. But the timing was off. My timing was wrong. What I needed to do was celebrate what he had done right, where he had succeeded, and then later come back to the things that he hadn't done. I probably would have been in a much better frame of mind to correct him anyway after about 10-15 minutes after I'd cooled off a little bit. But I blew it. I missed the opportunity to build him up, to affirm him in what he had done right. As leaders, this is very, very tempting to do. And we do it a lot of the time. I watch myself do it, and I watch the people around me who are leaders do it as well. We spend our time correcting people and bringing up the things they've done wrong. We don't affirm the people we lead often enough. We don't build them up for the things that they have done right. Instead, we focus on what the mistakes they've made, the things that they haven't done, the way that they frustrated me here, the way that they frustrated me yesterday. You didn't do this. You need to do this better. This isn't done how I asked. And we forget about the things that they have done right. And we don't affirm them, and we miss those opportunities. Now, with my son, I could go back, and I did, and I apologized for not celebrating with him, for not affirming him. I worded it different than that. He's 12. He doesn't care less about those words, but I apologized for how I had responded to him. And, he was like, that's fine, it's all good. And it is, but I still missed the opportunity. And as leaders, the people we lead often are pretty gracious with us. They will overlook things like that. We can fly off the handle once in a while, and they'll overlook it. They'll give us grace. But we still miss the opportunities that were there to affirm them. And I know the common argument is, wow, we don't want to spend too much time building them up because then their heads are going to get too big. They're going to feel too big about themselves. Here's the reality. If you are a leader, I can almost guarantee that you do not spend nearly enough time affirming your people. Our biggest problem is never that we affirm too much. It's never that we point out the good things that employees, that people that we supervise have done. We never run the risk of doing it too often. Usually we err on the other side. I want to correct them. I want to make sure they know what they did wrong. You know what? The reality is when I do something wrong, I know it. And it doesn't take a lot to correct me. Now, some people are different than that, and we have to come down a little bit harder, and we have to spend more time correcting them and be a little bit more point blank maybe. But the reality is most of us know it when we've screwed up. and we're already feeling crappy about it. As a leader, my challenge to you this week is take those moments that you get that will come in the next week and from here on, not just for the next week, but in your leadership for a lifetime. Take those moments that pop up, that you have the opportunity to affirm the people you lead. Look for the things that they're doing good. By all means, we need to correct them. I'm not saying don't correct them. We need to. I need to be corrected. You need to be corrected. We need to be challenged. That's fantastic. That's how we grow. But we also grow by being affirmed for the things that we've done right. For the things that we've done well, we grow by being affirmed. Take those moments to affirm the people you lead, to tell them when they've done something right, when they've done something above and beyond, when they've made a customer exceptionally satisfied or happy or excited with what your company has done for them. Don't miss those moments. Once they're gone, they're gone. The people that we are leading and we don't take the time to do those affirmations for, they'll overlook that for a while. But we still have missed the opportunity to build into their lives in a positive way, not only in a corrective way. So there's my challenge for you this week. Have a great week, and we'll talk to you next Monday morning.